All right, welcome back. We're with Dr. Howard Russell, an OB/GYN specialist at Terrebonne General Medical Center. I shouldn't say specialist too, doctor. I like the word doctor. That's even better. So, okay, let's reiterate. First of all, we are talking about National Women's Checkup Day, and it's May 10th. And once again, what's that about?
It's a day set aside to promote women to see their health professional, the healthcare professional, whether it's OB/GYN doctor, family medicine. They need to have their eyes checked, not just OB/GYN, but to see their healthcare professional, whatever field they're in.
Okay. I don't take anything for granted anymore. When we do shows, I realize that the general public sometimes is not informed. They don't know sometimes. So what general advice would you give to all women in the community about getting checked up and what you do? What would you tell them?
Well, I think as far as people need to eat right, they need to exercise, whether it's gardening or swimming or going to aerobics at Renaissance, or you doing aerobics in front of your TV on a DVD, those sort of things. You know, not taking too much alcohol, try not to smoke. Those things you can do without a physician, but there are things that, as far as what I do, you know, I think it's good to have a pap smear every year, mammogram when you're 35, and every year starting at 40. The pap smears, as we said earlier, start at the age of 18 unless you become sexually active before then. And the thing about the pap smears, it's good to look to see where there's any precancerous cells there. That's the whole point of doing pap smears. I remember one time I was a no family doctor for the emergency room, and a patient came in, hadn't had a pap smear since her baby was born 7 years prior. She'd had abnormal pap smears, but she came in because of vaginal bleeding, and it ended up that she had cervical cancer. You know, she hadn't seen her OB/GYN since her baby was born. Her baby was 7 years old. That girl was diagnosed with cervical cancer. 6 months later, she was dead and gone.
Wow. How has it changed over the years? I mean, I know every medical practice has changed over the years. How far has women's treatments changed over the years?
I think there's more of a variety for birth control. If you need that type of medicine, there's some options that don't include hormones. You know, hormones are, you know, there's always, you know, I got to counsel my patients about birth control as far as the chance. The biggest thing is having a chance of having a blood clot. It's a real small risk, but it's a realistic one. Some women don't want to take that risk to have a blood clot with birth control, and so they.
I never knew that you could have a blood clot with birth control.
With birth control, with the estrogen and the birth control, you could have a blood clot in the head.
Okay.
Slurry speech, can't feel to move half your face, feel to move half your body. You could have a blood clot in your leg,
right?
Which, you know, it's not going to kill you there in your leg, but if it moves to your heart, it may make your heart start beating fast. If it goes to your lungs, oh, you can be real short of breath.
Yeah.
And you know, a blood clot can kill you.
And isn't that the whole idea, is to educate?
Educate. As long as you know about, you have to know about the medicine you're taking, the possible side effects, so you can take them safely and appropriately.
And I guess with all the pharmaceutical drugs that are out now, it's important that people do research.
And they do. A lot of people.
Side effects, yeah.
Well, I tell you that Google, man, people do the research.
I'm a Google freak too. I think everybody likes Google or whatever. But as far as the shots, now, how do you say what is that?
Gardasil. Since we're talking a little bit about cervical cancer, Gardasil is a vaccination. It's been out for a few years that not 100%, but can protect against cervical cancer. There are 4 types of the human papillomavirus that are mainly associated with the majority of cervical cancer and genital warts. And these 4 viruses, the vaccination is like purified protein parts of these 4 viruses. And the vaccination is regimented for women between the age of 9 years old and 29. And it can guard against cervical cancer and genital warts.
So 9 years.
9 years to 29.
Yeah.
That's the study group was done on that age group.
Okay.
And it's very few, if any, side effects. And you know, I always tell people, listen, you know, be careful about your relationships. You really have to know somebody. And it's still good advice to wait to consummate a relationship till you get married, till you have a commitment. There's nothing wrong with having a commitment, even though a commitment these days doesn't say you're going to be married for your whole life, but a commitment is better than nothing. And I mean, promiscuity can lead to all kinds of things. And you know, cervical cancer can affect your life. If we can detect it early, we can treat it and take care of it.
And part of being a doctor, you got to also counsel too.
Yes.
You got to wear many hats.
Yes.
Yeah.
But those are enjoyable hats, kind of being a psychologist,
you look like you
advisor.
enjoy doing what you do.
I do. It's I enjoy talking with people.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, the nurse that follows me says, Dr. Russell, we need to see some other patients today.
Yeah. Or you need to go home and take care of a calf. Right?
Yes, take care of a calf that won't nurse.
Well, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Very interesting. We'd love to see you on again. And so May 10th is National Women's Checkup Day.
Go schedule an appointment. You won't regret it.
All right. Dr. Russell, thank
you
for joining
Martin.
us tonight. Appreciate it. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to the kitchen with George Caslow. He's in the Canada's kitchen. It's all next. Don't go away.